So, Dave, how do you feel about all the hard work we did in 2013? You're in the bag. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel like it was a complete waste of time.
After working on the show for about a year, a little over a year, I have to say that I really don't like Davis.
2013, working on the Mike and Will show has been like a dream. And in that dream, it's like you're looking through a keyhole and there's a lady changing. But then when she turns around, it's Davis. And then when you look at Davis's junk, he doesn't have any junk. They're just spiders. And all the spiders have two heads, and it's Mike and Will.
We did a lot of hard work, and it wasn't easy for such a small crew of us to make sure we had a skit up every single week. And because of that, we had some hits and some misses along the way, but I was really proud of the job we did.
My favorite skit is probably Arabian Nightcap, just because it's really the first one, and since it was the first one that I really laughed out loud after seeing, that just memory sticks with me. So I think that's the main reason I really like that, because I think Kel does a really good job at just helping Mike be a giant dick to his friends.
I think Kel died in a car accident. I'm not sure what happened to Kel. He's the only person I miss.
I did not die in a car accident. Battled some depression for a couple months. Severe alcoholism, which already existed, but it was the fun kind.
My favorite. Probably Writer's Retreat. I think I could watch over a few times, which I did. I feel it looked the best, and I think it was probably George's best role.
Mike and Will World and Writer's Retreat, which I like them because I think they're like companion pieces to each other, and they sort of create a neat alternate universe where in this alternate universe we also are skit comedy people on the internet, but somehow our skits are even shittier, like Jungle Vet and Grandpa Magic. We put the most effort into Writer's Retreat, that's for sure, and took some time with the camera shots, with what we were going to do, what we wanted to do. Took some time with makeup, which was really fun. The blood work was really fun to do. And I just think as a whole it turned out the best we did this year. It sucked the entire time to do, but that was the way it turned out was my favorite thing.
It's really ambitious of us. We had a good location. Everything worked out really well. Some good jokes, and I got to be Ash. Biggest thing. Second favorite skit, either of the Batman skits, because I got to be Batman.
I really like Writer's Retreat, which everyone else says. I think Writer's Retreat turned out really well for us. It's one of the only skit probably I think we did that we got to go back and do reshoots for. Got a lot of extra time in post to work on it, and I think that really helped make it pretty cool.
Easily, my favorite skits are always ones that feature George. And I think what's great about the show is you see the transcendence of George's beard. And that's a great thing to see this year. Which is why my favorite skit is definitely Good Cop, Beard Cop. It's fantastic. It definitely features George's beard, and I love it.
Mike and Will Show, Episode 3, April Fool's Day, the George and Davis Show. Working with Davis is like a godsend.
George and Dave should just get a room and bang it out, because that sexual tension is driving everyone on the show crazy.
Absolute worst skit is the skit where I think George is going to jump onto a train and die. And it scares me every time until I have to call him on the phone to make sure that he's okay.
I don't like Lady Killer at all. I think most of the stuff that we do with Lady Killer is not really all that funny. It's not a very good character. It's kind of annoying. I just don't really like it.
The Frankenberry thing was awful. It was just like, well, let's just film us drinking I was hoping when it panned over, when it cut over to Ben, he was gonna be in dressed as Frankenstein. So I guess I was just disappointed.
My least favorite skit, just because I was positive when we were working on it that it would be a good idea, and then it really didn't turn out to be funny or interesting in any way, is the magical snowfall skit. I was like, oh no, this will be perfect. Don't worry, this is a good idea. I know there's like only one joke in it, and a minute of Mike building a snowman, but we'll make it look cool or whatever. It'll be fun. It just ended up kind of sucking.
My honest to God least favorite is probably also Magical Snowfall. Because I know that Will and I hashed it out a little bit ahead of time, and then we both were just like, screw it. We'll just do this instead, and it just turned out to kind of suck pretty bad.
And the skit that I didn't want to do, that we shot some of on the same day involving cops finding the snowman, ended up actually being a lot better. I felt like an idiot, so there's that.
Sounds really self-centered and selfish, but Device, I wasn't in it. I wasn't there. I don't know what they created. It was a fucking comedy abortion. Didn't even make sense. But I guess that's what happens, the kids will play when dad's gone out of town. And, that other dad that mom sees comes over, and there's no rules because they get whatever they want because no one can tell dad about other dad. Because if he finds out, he's going to fucking shoot everybody.
Well, I know there was some that didn't work out the way we wanted it to, but I genuinely liked all of them.
Yeah.
I thought there was some of them that, we didn't quite get what we were going for, but I still liked them.
It's hard to say what we've got in the year to come. We're going to take a nice little break. The only thing that I could really say to keep an eye out is, I'm going to be on the show. And it should be pretty great. And if anything, you get to look at me.
2014. I'm looking forward to taking a month off, and then we'll see what kind of direction we want to take the show with from there. I'd like to focus a lot more on trying to bring bigger and better things to our YouTube channel, so hopefully that'll happen. Hopefully. You think anything else you want to add?
Can I put "Tell Kyle I'm coming for him"?
Sure.
Tell Kyle I'm coming for him!